Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, July 30th, 2021. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's Major League Baseball games, look ahead to today and the weekend's games. Major League Soccer, we will look ahead to the weekend. The Gold Cup final will be taking place, I believe, either tomorrow or Sunday. It's Sunday at night. We'll talk Olympics, go over the latest news and notes, and my best bet of the day. And by the way, we're going to do a separate podcast for the NBA draft, although we will discuss trades from the draft on this show as well. All right, Major League Baseball, we will go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today and the weekend. Nationals over the Phillies 3-1 in 7 doubleheader game number 1. Nats 47-54, Philly 50-51. Braves over the Mets 6-3, Braves 51-52. Mets 54-57 or 47, my bad. Rays over the Yankees 14-zip, 61-42. Yanks 53-48. Royals over the White Sox 5-zip, Royals 45-56. Chicago 16-43. Reds over the Cubs 7-4. Reds 54-49. Cubs 50-54. Phillies over the Nationals 11-8. Doubleheader game 2. Phillies 51-51. Nats 47-55. Giants over the Dodgers 5-0. Giants 64-38. LA 62-42. Brewers over the Pirates 12-0. Brewers 61-42. Pittsburgh 38-64. Tigers over the Orioles 6-2. Tigers 50-55. Orioles 35-66. Blue Jays over the Red Sox 13-1. Blue Jays 51-48. Boston 63-41. A's over the Angels 4-zip. Oakland 58-46. Angels 51-51. Padres over the Rockies 3-0. Padres 60-45. Colorado 44-59. I almost legit said that the Padres beat the Rockies by a score of 60-45. Oops. All right, looking ahead to today's games, all-night games tonight. 7 o'clock, Cubs, Nationals. Trevor Williams, and we don't know who's going for the Nationals. Obviously, it's today's trade deadline day, so it's going to be interesting to see who gets dealt and whatnot. And this game is not on the board. So if this is a total less than 9.5, I'll consider the over. Phillies Pirates. You got Vince Velasquez and Will Crowe. Phillies -130. Pirates +110. Over under 9. Overs -120. Unders -102. Phillies -1/2 is +130. Pirates +1/2 is -156. I like the under here. I just don't like the Pirates offense at all. Although I don't feel good about it. I understand why the over is so juiced. I'm going against the grind here. Royals, Blue Jays. Daniel Lynch and Ross Stripling. Blue Jays -220. Royals +184. Over under 10.5. Overs -112. Unders -108. Royals +1/2 is +102. Blue Jays -1/2 is -122. I'm going under 2. I think that's a high number. Orioles, Tigers. Matt Harvey and Tariq Skubal. Tigers -148. Baltimore +126. Over under 9.5. Overs -104. Unders -118. Baltimore +1/2 is -138. Tigers -1/2 is +115. I'm going over 9.5 -104. Red Sox Rays from the Trop. First place on the line, Martin Perez and Josh Fleming. Rays minus 142. Red Sox plus 120. Over under 9. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Red Sox plus 1/2 is minus 166. Rays minus 1/2 is plus 138. Tough one, but I'm going with under 9.5 minus 105. Reds Mets. Sonny Gray and Carlos Carrasco. So Carrasco making his season debut. And the Mets are minus 142. The Reds are plus 120. Over under 8. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Reds plus 1/2 is minus 178. Mets minus 1/2 is plus 146. As disappointing as Sonny Gray's been, I'm going to take the Reds as the dog. Carrasco hasn't pitched all year, and he might look rusty. So, all due respect, Carlos Carrasco, great story. But I just don't know if he will be on the winning side tonight. So, give me the Reds plus 120. Yankees Marlins. Jameson Taillon and Zach Thompson. Yankees minus 172. Marlins plus 144. Over under 8. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Yankees minus 1/2 is minus 102. Marlins plus 1/2 is minus 118. I'm going to go under 8 minus 112. I just think this is a low-scoring game. 7:20 Brewers Braves. Corbin Burns and Toki Toussaint. Brewers minus 118 or minus 138. Braves are plus 118. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Brewers plus or minus 1/2 is plus 125. Braves plus 1/2 is minus 150. Tough call. I'm going to go over 8.5 minus 104. I think there's a chance that Toussaint blows up today. Eight o'clock, Mariners Rangers. Logan Gilbert and Colby Allard. I don't see any lines up for this game yet. I'm sure the Mariners are going to be favored. But if the total's anything less than 9.5, I'll jump the over. Indians White Sox. J.C. Mejia and Lance Lynn. White Sox minus 215. Indians plus 180. Over under 8. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 104. Indians plus 1/2 is minus 106. White Sox minus 1/2 is minus 113. White Sox run line minus 1/2 minus 113. Twins Cardinals at 8:15. Jose Barrios and Wade LeBlanc. But the question is, will Barrios be the starter or will he be traded today? Twins minus 122. Cardinals plus 104 over under 8. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Twins minus 1/2 is plus 136. Cardinals plus 1/2 is minus 164. I'm taking the Cards as the home dog because I don't know if Barrios is actually going to be the starting pitcher in this game. 9:30 A's Angels. Chris Bassett and Patrick Sandoval. Oakland minus 120. Angels plus 102 over under 8. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Oakland minus 1/2 is plus 146. Angels plus 1/2 is minus 176. I'm going to go with over 8 minus 115. 9:40 Dodgers Diamondbacks. Tony Gonsolin and Zach Gallen. Dodgers minus 184. D-backs plus 154. Over under 9. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Dodgers minus 1/2 is minus 104. D-backs plus 1/2 is minus 115. I'm going to go over 9 minus 102. 9:45 Astros Giants. Great series. Sneaky great series. Framber Valdez and Kevin Gausman. Giants are favored. Minus 126. Finally getting that respect. Astros plus 108. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Astros plus 1/2 is minus 196. Giants minus 1/2 is plus 162. This is a tough one. But I'm going to go over 7.5 minus 115 maybe. Somebody gives up more runs than expected. And 10 o'clock, the Rockies and the Padres, John Gray and Ryan Weathers. Padres minus 215, Rockies plus 180, over under 8.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Rockies plus 1F is minus 118. Padres minus 1F is minus 102. Something similar to Barrios. Are you sure John Gray is pitching for the Rockies today? I'm going to go over 8.5 minus 105. And now I'm going to look ahead to the weekend. Saturday, 3 o'clock, Royals, Blue Jays. Mike Minor, Alek Manoah. 4 o'clock, Astros, Giants. Zach Greinke and Alex Wood. A's, Angels, Fox Sports 1. Corbin, Jaime Barria. 6 o'clock, Orioles, Tigers. John Means, Matt Manning. Red Sox, Rays. Nathan Eovaldi, Ryan Yarbrough. Yankees, Marlins. Domingo Germán, we know, is going for Miami. 7 o'clock, Cubs, Nats. Kyle Hendricks and John Lester. So John Lester against his former team. Phillies, Pirates. Aaron Nola and JT Brubaker. Mariners, Rangers. Marco Gonzalez and Kyle Gibson. We'll see if Kyle Gibson moves today. So it's not guaranteed that he's the starter of that team tomorrow. Reds, Mets. Wade Miley, Rich Hill. Indians, White Sox. Tristan McKenzie and Dallas Keuchel. Fox Sports 1 at 7:15. Bailey Ober, Jake Woodford for Twins Cards. Brewers, Braves. Brandon Woodruff, Kyle Muller. 8 o'clock, Dodgers, Diamondbacks. We know he's going for the Dodgers and Merrill Kelly's going for Arizona. And 8:30, Rockies, Padres. Ramon Marquez, Yu Darvish. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Cubs, Nats. Adbert Alzolay and Paolo Espino. Pirates, Phillies. From Pittsburgh, Spencer Howard, we know he's going for Pittsburgh. Royals, Blue Jays, Brad Keller and Robbie Ray. Orioles, Tigers, Spencer Watkins and Tyler Alexander. Reds, Mets, Vladimir Gutierrez and Marcus Stroman. Yankees, Marlins, Jordan Montgomery, we don't know who's going for Miami. 1:20, Brewers, Braves, Brett Anderson and Charlie Morton. 2 o'clock, Indians, White Sox, Cal Quantrill and Dylan Cease. 2:15, Twins, Cardinals, Michael Pineda, and we don't know who's going for the Cards. And by the way, Michael Pineda is not guaranteed for this game. He can be moved. 2:30, Mariners, Rangers. We know who's going for Seattle. Mike Fulton Evers is going for Texas. 4 o'clock, Astros, Giants. Luis Garcia and Logan Webb. A's, Angels. James Caprillion and Shohei Ohtani. Rockies, Padres. Austin Gomber and Chris Paddock. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Julio Urias and Caleb Smith. And last but not least, Sunday Night Baseball for the AL East, Yankees, Rays, Nick Pivetta and Shane McClanahan. Alrighty, now we'll do Major League Soccer. I will go over the schedule for the weekend, which is going to be interesting as always. So, 3 games tonight, 7:30, NYCFC and Columbus. NYCFC's minus 210. Draws 3-1. Columbus plus 490. This is a tough one. Obviously, NYCFC is a better team, although Columbus has more points. I just go NYCFC. And that one, 8 o'clock, ESPN, Orlando and Atlanta. Orlando is just better. They're minus 140. Atlanta's plus 310. Draw plus 280. I'm going Orlando. And at 10 o'clock on ESPN, LA Galaxy and Portland. Decent game. Both these teams, by the way, have negative goal differentials. Galaxy's minus 110. Portland's plus 240. Draw plus 270. Let's go with the draw plus 270. Just to make these things interesting. All right, Saturday, 5 o'clock, Seattle, San Jose. 6 o'clock, Red Bulls, New England. 7:30, Cincinnati, DC United. 8 o'clock, Miami Club Football, Montreal. 8:30, Houston, Salt Lake, Kansas City, Dallas. 9 o'clock, Austin, Colorado. And 10 o'clock, Vancouver, Minnesota. And then Sunday, 6 o'clock, Philadelphia, Chicago. And 7:30, you have Toronto and Nashville. All right, Gold Cup. We're going to go over the semifinal results, and we'll look ahead to the final that's being played on Sunday. USA over Qatar 1-0. The goal was scored by Gasay Zardes in the 86th minute to give U.S. the win to the final. And Mexico over Canada 2-1. This was a good game. 47th minute on a penalty kick, Orbelín Pineda gets Mexico on the board 1-0. Then Tajon Buchanan in the 57th minute ties it up for Canada. Then Hector Herrera in the 99th minute puts Mexico out on top to send them to the final to take on U.S. So I got it right with the draw after regular time. And it took until extra time to set up this very interesting final between Mexico and the States. And on paper, you would think that Mexico's going to win. And they're only plus 125. U.S. is plus 220, draws plus 290. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, U.S. Group B, Mexico Group A. And you know what? I'm taking our country. I'm taking the plus 220. I just think this feels very magical for Team USA. So I'm going to say Team USA wins the CONCACAF Gold Cup on Sunday night. All right, now we'll do Olympics. We're just going to recap it and look ahead to the weekend. Obviously, on Monday's show, we are going to have more fun with the Olympic stuff because of it being the weekend and whatnot. And more things are going to be happening in the games. So obviously today's day 7. We're just going to do results. We talked about all around for gymnastics with Sunisa Lee getting the all-around gold. Silver, Rebecca Andrade of Brazil, and the bronze, Angelina Melnikova of ROC. Baseball from yesterday, South Korea over Israel, 6-5 in Group B play. And then today, U.S. over Israel, 8-1. Also Group B. And then we have a game at 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And then Sunday morning at 6 a.m., we'll have a game 2. And same for round 2, which would be Sunday night and then Monday morning as well. Round 1 golf completed. Some of the plays suspended from yesterday of round 2. In the lead at 11 under, Xander Schauffele. Second place with 10 under, Caleb Ortiz. And in third place with 8 under, Mito Pereira. The semifinals were completed yesterday for tennis. Marketa Vondrousova over Elena Svitolina in 2 sets. And Belinda Bencic over Elena Rybakina in 3. And then the men's semifinals were completed this morning. Alexander Zverev over Novak Djokovic in 3 sets, so Djokovic gets out. And then Karen Khachanov over Pablo Carreño Busta in 2. The men's final is tomorrow between the bronze match between Djokovic and Carreño is tomorrow. And then Zverev and Khachanov will be going for the gold. I'm going to say that Zverev wins gold, Khachanov silver, Djokovic bronze. And on the women's side, Belinda Bencic and Marketa Vondrousova. We're going to go Bencic for the gold, Vondrousova for the silver, and then the bronze medal match between Elena Rybakina and Elena Svitolina. We're going to say Svitolina gets the bronze for the tennis singles. Coming up with their finals. Going to today. Going on right now. The quarterfinals between Netherlands and the United States in a 2-2 tie right now. The men's 200-meter backstroke, getting the gold, was Evgeny Rylov of ROC. Second place, Ryan Murphy of U.S. with the silver. And then the bronze going to Great Britain's Luke Greenbank. The women's 200-meter backstroke. Getting the gold was Tatjana Schoenmaker. The silver, Lily King of U.S. Schoenmaker, by the way, of South Africa. And then the bronze going to U.S.'s Annie Laser. Basketball is going on right now. Group B final for the women's, France over Nigeria, 87-62. U.S. over Japan, 86-69. Group C, Belgium over Puerto Rico, 87-52. And going on right now, China with the 7-point lead over Australia into the fourth quarter. And the results from yesterday for the men's: Spain over Argentina, 81-71, and Svitolina over Japan, 116-81. Those are both Group C matches. Tonight at 9 o'clock, you have Iran and France, Group A. Tomorrow, Group B, or I should say tonight, Italy and Nigeria. And then tomorrow morning, Australia and Germany. Then Group A, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, U.S. and Czech Republic. And then Sunday, Group C, Argentina, Japan, or Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, Spain and Slovenia in Group C. The quarterfinals will begin on Monday, August 2nd for the men. And then Tuesday, August 3rd for the women. And then coming up for the women's, tomorrow night, Group A, Canada, Spain. Sunday, Group A, South Korea, Serbia. Sunday morning, I should say. Sunday night, 9 o'clock, Group B, Nigeria and Japan. And then France, U.S., Sunday late night. And then Monday early morning, Group C, China, Belgium. And then 8 o'clock Monday morning, Australia and Puerto Rico. The women's 3-meter springboard, the preliminaries completed. So we're going to be talking about diving a lot next week. And then also this morning, Sweden over Japan 3-1 for soccer for the women's. Australia over Great Britain 4-3 in the quarterfinal. And then Canada over Brazil was in a 0-0 draw. And then Canada beat Brazil 4-3 on penalty kicks. All right, so we're going to get more into the Olympic stuff again on Monday. We'll see how this all plays out. All right, news and notes. And by the way, this isn't your prototypical Friday podcast because obviously the Olympics is why we're not having golf and NASCAR on right now. And then the WNBA is in an Olympic break as well. So the Blue Jackets signed Zach Werenski's 6-year extension worth a little over $9.5 per year to stay with the Blue Jackets. So it's good for Zach Werenski. Now he's their top D-man. The Blues signed Brandon Saad, 5-year deal, and $25 million. Or 5 years, $20.5 million. And then Corey Perry to the Lightning on a 2-year deal. So good for him. So baseball stuff. Some big-time trades. Toronto acquires Brad Hand for top 30 prospect Riley Adams, the catcher. Ryan Tepera switches from the Cubs to the White Sox. It was reported that the Padres were close for Max Scherzer, but the Dodgers got him, along with Trey Turner. Going back in the deal was Keibert Ruiz and Josiah Gray. So, great return for the Nationals, and obviously the Dodgers going for it big time for the repeat. And the Dodgers, to me, are the team to beat with this trade. No doubt about it. They're literally the Brooklyn Nets of baseball now with this trade. Although the Yankees did themselves good yesterday, too, by acquiring Anthony Rizzo from the Chicago Cubs. And that was a great add for New York. He's an upgrade at first base over Luke Voit, both offensively and defensively. He's a lefty. So him and Joey Gallo, 2 significant additions to the Yankees. I like the Anthony Rizzo addition better than the Joey Gallo addition. Only because Anthony Rizzo is like a better all-around hitter than Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo's a better power hitter. And the other monster trade that happened yesterday happened in the NBA, where Russell Westbrook gets traded from the Wizards to the Lakers for Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the 22nd pick in the draft from last night. Which then the Wizards flipped Indiana for one of the holidays, Aaron Holiday. I like what the Wizards did. But the reality of the matter is that the Lakers just put themselves back as the team to beat in the Western Conference with this trade. The Lakers and the Dodgers pulled off 2 monster trades on the same day to excite those fans. Because let's face it, it's the same fan base. Lakers, Dodgers stick together. Magic Johnson's involved with both teams, so they're a combo duel, as I like to call them, just like the Knicks and the Rangers are a combo duel in New York. I consider the Dodgers and the Lakers somewhat of a combo duel. So, great day for Los Angeles, getting Max Scherzer and Russell Westbrook. And I don't know if the Lakers are better than Brooklyn, but to me, they just became the team to beat in the Western Conference with LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook as your third best player. Is something interesting for sure. And then LeBron and Anthony Davis had a meeting with Westbrook at LeBron's house 2 weeks ago and agreed to put their egos aside to bring the title back to Los Angeles. And it looked like that Buddy Hield was going to the Lakers for the same package, but that would have been a lot for Buddy Hield, let's be honest. Buddy Hield's a good player, but that's a lot for Buddy Hield. That's the right trade package for Russell Westbrook, and I think the Lakers did themselves great. And then Russ doesn't have to be the best guy on the team, and I think he's going to thrive with LeBron. I really, really do. And it's just so funny that they literally almost traded that same package to Sacramento for Buddy Hield, but that fell through. And instead they went with Westbrook with that same package. Bradley Beal has no desire to leave D.C. amid the Russell Westbrook trade. The Cavs traded Minnesota trades Ricky Rubio to Cleveland for Taurean Prince. And a 2022 second went to Cleveland in the deal as well. So Cleveland gets himself a veteran guard. And now they're crowded in the backcourt. So the Suns traded the 29th pick in Javon Carter to Brooklyn for Landry Shamet. That's an interesting trade. I feel like Shamet's just passed around every year. And that is Chris Paul insurance for sure. The Spurs had their eyes on Kyle Kuzma, but obviously Kuzma's in Washington. The Warriors rejected the 76ers offer for Ben Simmons of Andrew Wiggins, 4 first-round picks, and James Wiseman. You knew the Warriors weren't doing that. 4 first-round picks is a lot. Back to baseball trades. The Red Sox acquired Kyle Schwarber from the Nationals. I think that's a good pickup for Boston after losing out on Anthony Rizzo, although Anthony Rizzo would have been a much better fit in Boston than Kyle Schwarber. Now the Red Sox have 2 DHs on their team. The Angels were pursuing Max Scherzer, and that would have been interesting if they were able to land him as a rental. It looks like the Padres are going to acquire Daniel Hudson from the Nationals to bolster their bullpen. The Mariners acquired Diego Castillo from the Tampa Bay Rays, so the Mariners remake their bullpen after trading their closer. They got a lot of heat for that, but they just have worser guys. And the Dodgers are also acquiring Danny Duffy from the Royals. Javier Baez is being linked to the Mets. Terry Francona is stepping down for the rest of the season to focus on his health, and DeMarlo Hale will take his place. That's really sad. Hopefully T-Doc gets well soon. Amanda Nunes out of UFC 265 for testing positive for COVID-19. And next week's title bout against Pena to be rescheduled. John Morant did not want draft leaks as a couple of the picks were leaked. The Hawks were shopping Cam Reddish with the 20th pick to move up in the lottery. Texas and Oklahoma invited to the SEC as the presidents and chancellors voted unanimously to invite the two schools to the conference effective July 1st, 2025. So that's crazy. So now, obviously, this is major ramifications with the Big 12, so we'll see what happens there. Shane Lemieux carted off in Giants camp after suffering an injury, so we'll see if he'll be okay. And the New York Rangers re-signed Philip Hedl to a 2-year contract. Alrighty. Just coming in now, by the way, U.S. advances to the semifinal against Netherlands in a penalty shootout. So good for Team USA. And now I'll do my best bet of the day. Brought to you by FanDuel. Yesterday mine was a winner with laying it with the Brewers run line. This is a tougher one from a baseball perspective because of the trade deadline and uncertainty. And the Rangers are talking to teams about Kyle Gibson too. He's supposed to start tomorrow. But for me, best bet tonight, this is a tough one. Let's go. It's a low number. Maybe somebody's bullpen implodes. Maybe the Giants implode in their bullpen. Let's go with the half unit on over 7.5 between the Giants and the Astros tonight. I just think that is a low number. All right, so there you have it for the Friday podcast. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything from the weekend, from baseball to the Olympics to soccer, news and notes. We'll go over all the baseball trade deadline stuff and best bet. And I also will have an NBA draft podcast at some point. I don't know when that will be. Maybe tonight, if not Saturday. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody.